Hey, boys and girls, welcome back. Now, I want to talk about Mitsubishi Eclipse. Has been one of the most sought after cars from Japan. In fact, late Paul Walker's first appearance in Fast and the Furious was an Eclipse.
Welcome to the Motor Show update presented by Michelin. Team PowerDrift, that's everyone but the two of us, is actually chilling in Jakarta, a quarter mile at a time I'd say, but they're actually at the Indonesia International Auto Show, which means no winds and no diesel for them. On the other hand, let's get serious about this.
Yes, please.
The Eclipse is a special car,
yes,
but the question is what is going to become of it, because the Japanese seem to have lost all interest in making fun and fast cars.
Totally.
So the question is, can this new car eclipse the old one? Abhik?
Mitsubishi has just launched the new Eclipse here in Indonesia at the GIIAS. And yes, it's been reduced to a mere crossover. And I'd say, oh God. But from where I'm standing, it looks pretty good. From most angles, the Eclipse Cross is a good-looking crossover. Up front, you get Mitsubishi's new chrome face that's also seen on popular models like the Expander and the Triton. While in profile, it's got a nice wedge-like shape. Until you reach the back where it becomes a little odd-looking because this rear window splits into half. And that reminds you that this is a 5-seater and not a 7-seater. Inside is not a bad place to be in because the all-black interior harks back to the older, sportier Mitsubishis, and it's got modern amenities like this 7-inch touchscreen, a heads-up display, and even a trackpad like that in the Lexus. In most markets, including Indonesia, the Eclipse Cross will get just a single engine option, a 1.5-litre turbocharged petrol engine pushing out 152 horses and 250 Nm of torque. Nothing Eclipse about those numbers, and then you hear that it's got a CVT gearbox. Well, what reminds me of the older Eclipse then is, let's see, the badge. A small consolation then, but it has got Mitsubishi's all-wheel control system. And with that, back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, Abhik, for reminding us that some names are better left alone. They're immortalized for a reason.
Yeah, like mine.
I think
This is not the first time that a legendary name has been used, and history will show that this was folly, right?
Yes.
My favorite example is that Yamaha launched the commuter, the Saluto, and they called it the Saluto RX because they said, oh, it's just like the RX 100. That's madness.
hello, marketing. Now, will the Eclipse crossover ever come to India? And for the first time, I'm kind of happy that an abomination like this won't be coming to India, but the point to be discussed here is that it is going to be there in Indonesia, and Mitsubishi is looking at having a lot of takers there in that market, and in Indian rupees it's going to cost about 25 lakh rupees out there, which will put it squarely between the Honda CR-V and the Mazda CX-3.
But I think the Eclipse Cross itself is a moot point as far as India is concerned, and in some ways it's always going to be the outlander as far as we are concerned, because Mitsubishi really needs to look at what they're doing here. They've got such cool cars in their global portfolio and they've always had them, and we've seen nothing of that in the country. That spark is just not there. Your 3 diamonds, not very shiny in India. But I would say that Mitsubishi really needs to think about the fact that the Indian strategy needs a little bit of evolution.
On that drift of Shumi here on PowerDrift, you're watching Indonesia International Auto Show. We are going to conclude this episode of the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. Is there anything else you would like to add, Shumi?
If you like the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, tell us why in the comments.
Yeah, please tell us why.
If you enjoyed the video, hit like. It doesn't necessarily mean that you like the Eclipse Cross itself.
Yes.
And subscribe and hit the bell notification as usual, so if there's more interesting vehicles that come out, you get a notification.
Ping!